Alright, so this week in Ireland has just been grand. First of all, I want to say what's the crack. Welcome back if you're new here. My name is Adam Redmond, and I'd really appreciate if you could hit that subscribe button. Also, do me a massive favour as per usual. Drop a like on the video. Let's see if we can get a K in the first 24 hours. I don't think we will, but it'd be fantastic if we did. So leave a comment down below. As you all know, I'm more than happy to have a conversation with anyone that wants, but I'm missing a few in the comments lately. The comments are feeling a little bit low, and I just want you all to pop down and say hey once again. Now, I've got a couple of things I want to talk about, and that involves 27 absolutely slaughtered and murdered in a shed out of someone's back garden in the middle of Dublin. Also, in a separate incident, the Gardai arresting several people over 3 beheadings in Dublin city centre. You have a dodgy old gay priest on Grindr, touch on ATM robberies, dodgy old airplanes, and even some nasty pictures that you're probably not going to want to see. First thing of the day I want to talk about is this chap here. He is an Irish lad who was over in Atlanta for the PGA Tour as a fan. While he was at the golf course, there was a bit of bad weather and they were due a storm, so everyone was taking shelter under a tree. While under the tree, look at this picture, the thing got struck by lightning. Him and 5 other people were all injured and all had to be taken to the hospital. Luckily, nobody was seriously injured and nobody's actually dead, but careful what you wish for, because minutes before the lightning struck, he had been texting his dad before the lightning hit with his family trying to spot him on telly. But as I said, careful what you wish for. As I said, thankfully there were no serious injuries, but the poor tree, my heart absolutely bleeds for it. So I'm making this video fairly late in the morning, and I've actually just realised on the page there's a note from the producer that says I have to remind you of the Patreon link is in the top link down in the description. It's a link to my Patreon page over on Patreon if you don't already know about it. So there you go, producer Dave told me to say that, so there you go. Do me a massive favour, click the link or go to patreon.com/Adam Redmond. Irish priest allegedly stole almost 100k from his parish to fund nights out with men he met on Grindr. For anyone that doesn't know, Grindr is just the gay version of Tinder. Even in saying that, aren't priests supposed to be celibate? Anyways, here's Ari O'Leary, that's the priest. Anyways, his parents were from Donegal and they emigrated over to the US several years ago. I'm sure we all have our suspicions and we all kind of know that priests that dip in the collection boxes, even like here in Ireland. But to do it for gay dates, aren't gay people supposed to be sinners? Anyways, the 100k was taken over a 6-year period where he was meeting people online, bringing them for dates and paying using the church's money. Oh, the irony. American Airlines jet forced to return to Shannon airport after engine problem. Not really much of the story other than the right engine failing literally straight after takeoff, them doing a U-turn and landing back in Shannon airport. Everybody's okay though, but Jesus Christ, why is it every single week I have to say something about aeroplanes and the dodgy engines leaving Ireland? Remember last week I told you about the 2 or 3 people that tried to rob an ATM down in Cavan and they actually got caught in doing it. Cops nabbed suspected Cavan ATM thief after dimwit leaves Gardai station and digs up 100,000 buried in a field. So last week I mentioned this, but anyways, after interviewing one of the people, they actually let him go, but then they put him under surveillance. Little did he know they were following him. He went straight to a field for some absolute stupid odd reason. Surveillance then later watched him in a field where he was caught digging up 104,000 euro and was promptly arrested again. It's fair to say he's not the brightest. Like, what an absolute plonker. He obviously thought the other people that were arrested were gonna rat out and say that the money was there or something, so he was like, whoo, I'm out, I'm gonna skip off, grab this money and bury it somewhere else really quickly. But no, you are an absolute numpty. You fell straight into the guard's trap. He obviously knew he was guilty and thought, we let him out, he's gonna lead us somewhere. What an absolute dingbat. Devil foxes kill bird breeders 27 precious pigeons in bloodbath attack at Dublin home. So here's the pictures here of the shed absolutely destroyed. Apparently a group of foxes, although I don't even know if foxes travel in groups, but they ripped the panel off the shed, got in, killed 27 birds and ate 6 eggs, or else they carried them off somewhere to be eaten later. They left absolutely nothing behind. No heads, no wings, no nothing. Just a load of feathers and a few trails of blood. Anyways, the owner of all the birds turned the normal shed into a coop where he probably should have invested into something a little bit more secure. But the 27 birds were like a mix of doves and racing pigeons and stuff like that. He used to breed birds and used to race them, used to rent them out for weddings and things like that, funerals. Actually, nobody's buying doves at funerals, but you know what I mean. I was kind of confused how the foxes actually got to eat all 27 birds, considering birds can fly and foxes can't. Like, why didn't the birds just fly up and stick to the roof of this place and leave the foxes down on the ground? I don't know. Maybe foxes have adapted and, I don't know, grown a pair of wings. The Dublin Fire Brigade put out this tweet. It comes as no surprise that we see an increase in sports related injuries at the weekend. This weekend, one of our crews had to deal with a penetrating injury with a hurling helmet. The helmet had to be removed before the patient could be transported to the emergency department. Here you see the hand, you see the helmet, and you see them using the bolt cutters to clip off the helmet. And now in the next picture you see the metal part of the helmet sticking in the hand. Like, I don't even know how that's possible. How can like a helmet that is like curved, how would it something stick out and go into his hand? It's just nasty. Luckily it doesn't look that bad anyways. All you have to do is just pull that thing out, plug that hole, and then he'll be all grand. Let's just hope that he's not left-handed. Stay hydrated, actually, and even in saying that hurt me. I don't know what it is lately, but anytime I eat or drink, I'm getting a pain, like right down that middle part of my chest. I think it's indigestion or something, I don't know. I don't like the doctors. So we've just had a little story from the fire brigade, and let me show you a little tweet from the Gardai. Where you heading with that? The heads of 3 wax statues were stolen yesterday from the Wax Museum in Dublin. 2 heads were recovered by staff with the assistance of the public, and Gardai and Pearse Street stopped the male and female with the 3rd wax head. Both arrested and heading to court. Hashtag wax on, wax off. Whoever runs the Gardai Facebook and Gardai Twitter is obviously like, I don't know, they're a bit of a child at heart. It's the first picture I'll show you, and don't worry, I understand that it looks like ICE is making its competitive debut in Dublin, but that's just one of the wax heads. Here's the other 2 wax heads, actually one of them's the Priest Amelia. Here's the other 2 wax heads, and they were taken from a Game of Thrones exhibit inside the museum. Anyways, I'm delighted the museum got them back. I'd say it's an absolute weight off their shoulders. Probably wondering who the hell would do something like this. I was thinking Edward Scissorhands. Ha ha ha. That's such a bad joke. What kind of head case wants to rob 3 wax heads? Like, what kind of dirty stuff are they even into? But then I realised that these 3 wax heads are worth between 20 and 50 grand. And grabbing a handful of heads seems far easier than robbing ATMs. So with the help of the public, the staff were able to retrieve 2 of the heads, and then the guards from Pearse Street Garda Station were able to stop these 2, a man and a woman along the case, and retrieve the last head. Now these wax heads do look a bit dodgy when they're up close, but if you're just going through town and you see in this picture, you'd honestly think that was a real head. Fair play to everyone involved though, by the looks of it, all kept their heads in the situation and dealt with it very well. But the people who got caught were obviously bound to get caught. You do something like that and you're just heading for trouble. Obviously that's a lot of money, but you don't know what goes on in people's heads. Anyways, they're on the way to the prison now, so you'd better get used to giving head as opposed to taking it. Now you fantastic people, that's gonna be it from today. Thank you very much for watching. If you're still around here and you haven't subscribed yet, do me a favour, hit that subscribe button, drop a like in the video, leave a comment down below if you haven't already done it. You just got a message from producer Dave. Make sure to tell everybody to go to patreon.com/Adam Redmond. Dave, if you're watching this, no bother, I have you. He just wants his 5% cut. Anyways, that's gonna be it from today. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you back here, same time, same place, 6:45 PM next Tuesday. Thanks for watching. See you later. Goodbye. Oh, fucking throat.